Today's lesson is part 2 on trigonometry, and it's working out the missing angles in right angle triangle. Okay, so before we move on to the lesson, what we're going to use in today's lesson is the inverse trig functions. Now these will be the opposites of sin, cos and tan, and you can see in the yellow writing on the calculator sine minus 1, cos minus 1 and tan minus 1. Okay, these are the inverses, just the way the inverse of addition is subtraction, multiplication is division, and rooting is the inverse is squaring. So these will be used in today's lesson. And how do you get them on the calculator? You usually have to press the shift button and then sine, cos or tan, but we'll look at that later on in the lesson. So I'll do an example for you guys. So here I have a right angle triangle. Okay, so I have a right angle triangle and it wants me to work out angle RPQ. Okay, so that angle RPQ, where is it? It's the middle letter that I want to look at. So it is this angle here. So I'm just going to call that angle X. Okay, so this is the angle I want over here, angle X, and I get it from the middle letter there. So the steps we follow are exactly the same. There'll just be an additional step at the end. Same steps as last lesson. So step 1, label sides. Okay, so as we said, hypotenuse first, which is opposite the right angle, opposite is opposite the angle, and finally the last side, which is the adjacent. Second step, write out your formula triangles. Okay, you can remember these are Sakatoa. Oh, some old hag cracked all the teeth on an apple. Whichever you prefer, guys. Okay, step 3. We want to cross off what's being given a value. So the letter that has a numerical value, right? We can see here the only one that had numerical value is A, and H. O is blank, so we're going to ignore O for now. So cross off what's been given a value, and I'll do that in red pen for you. So A has been given a value, so cross that off, and H has also been given a value, so I'm going to cross that off. And finally, as I said in the last lesson, you'll always cross off the angles because either you'll be working them out or they'll be given. So regardless, you'll always cross off the angles. Okay. Step 4 was that, and step 5, pick the formula triangle. Okay. How do you know which formula triangle to pick? There will be only one triangle with everything crossed out, and in this case we can see it will be this formula triangle here. Okay, so we're working out the angle, so I'm going to cover the angle, and it tells me cos theta is equal to A divided by H. Okay, so it tells me cos theta is A divided by H. So the adjacent divided by the hypotenuse. Okay, so in this case, the adjacent is, so cos theta is 17 divided by 25. Now, if I pop that into my calculator, 17 divided by 25, you'll see if I press that SD button, that's coming out as 0.68. Now that is a really odd angle, if it was an angle. Alright, so here with the missing angles there is a extra step involved. Okay, this is where we're going to use the inverse function. Okay, so on the calculator, in order for me to convert that, I need to use the inverse function. Okay, so what I need to write in the calculator is cos minus 1, 17 divided by 25. Okay, so to get cos minus 1, you need to press the shift button first at the top left there. So shift, cos, as you can see, it's there. Now you can write it as a fraction, or you can write it as a division. Both give you the same answer. Okay, 47.1563, and the question wants me to give it to one decimal place, so that will be 47.2 degrees. Okay, so as I said, you can just write it as a division if you prefer in the calculator, just like that. Okay, get the same answer. Okay, what I would like you to do now is have a go at this question on this side. Pause the video. Okay, this is the answer you should have got. If you would like to try some more questions before going on to the main task, have a go at these. Remember to give your answer to one decimal place. Pause the video. So here are your answers to all the questions: 46.2, 19.7 and 37.7. And as you can see, in each question there was a different formula triangle that was used because there were different values given in the question. In your books, can you have a go at these following questions? Give your answers to two decimal places. Pause the video. Here is an extension question. Past paper style question. Have a go at these and upload your answers for your teacher to check. Thank you.